Hi, it's Kirsten. Today I'm going to share some things with you which could literally change your life and give you the ability to conceive the baby you long for. There are two mistakes that couples make more often than any others, and I want you to fully understand what these are so that you can avoid them and significantly increase your chances of getting pregnant. But first, I want to share a personal story with you that not many people know about me. When I got married, I desperately wanted to start a family. My husband was 18 and I was 20, so we were young, but I loved babies and I couldn't wait to have my own. During high school, I babysat, worked in the church nursery, and after I married, I even took a job as the office manager for a preschool. I loved being around children. But my husband, he wasn't so sure. In fact, he kind of liked his independence and not having the added responsibility of having to care for and provide for a child. Anytime I asked if we could start our family, he was very set against it, which made me sad. For years, I waited for my husband's heart to change, and month after month and year after year, the emptiness grew. I wanted a baby so badly that it hurt. Every time I heard that a friend was pregnant, and every time a mom would come into my office with a new baby, my eyes would fill with tears. I was happy for her, but my heart was so empty, and I longed to be pregnant with a little one of my own. In fact, I remember tears streaming down my cheeks as I told one mother that she was so blessed to have 3 children. She reassured me that someday I'd have children too, but those words didn't seem to console the emptiness in my heart. As far as I was concerned, my husband would never change his mind, and I felt intense sadness in thinking that I may never have a child. Then, one day, 7 years later, to my utter surprise and astonishment, my husband came to me and said that we could try to get pregnant. Oh, the excitement I felt when he said those words. But then he said something that I wasn't prepared for. He told me that he was only willing to try to get pregnant for 1 cycle. I can remember getting this sick feeling in my stomach as I realized that I only had 1 chance to conceive the baby I longed for. So there I was, face to face with my husband, with an opportunity to get the one thing my heart longed for more than anything, knowing that if I didn't conceive that month, that I may never get another chance. So what did I do? I decided I was going to do everything I could possibly do to increase my chances of getting pregnant. I read everything I could get my hands on that had anything to do with reproduction and fertility. I thought back to the personal coaching I had received after I was first married, which had taught me how to know when I was fertile each month. I reviewed the information from that class. I pored over a number of books, reading and rereading all of the things I would need to know in order to increase my odds of getting pregnant from 20% to 100%. That was my goal. For 3 months, I studied and reviewed and took notes and basically boiled all of that information down to a few easy techniques that my husband and I would use during our baby-making sex. For 3 months, I learned about some vitamins and nutritional supplements that we should both take to increase our fertility, nutrients that would increase his sperm count and motility, and nutrients that would prepare my body for pregnancy and also help to reduce the chance of birth defects in our baby. Well, the month finally arrived when we would try to get pregnant. And as soon as I knew I was in my fertile window, I planned the days we would make love, and I told my husband exactly what we would do during our baby-making sex encounters, things that would increase our chances of conceiving. He was compliant and did exactly what I said, and 2 weeks later, I got a positive pregnancy test. I called my husband to tell him the news, and the next day, as he was boarding a plane to go to England for a work trip, he ordered flowers to be sent to me at work. When I opened the box, I found a bouquet of 10 beautiful long-stemmed roses. At first, I wondered why he hadn't sent a dozen roses. Why only 10? And then I took a closer look. There were 7 red roses, which represented the 7 years we had been married, 2 white roses, one representing him and the other representing me, and 1 pink rosebud, which represented the baby girl I was carrying. He was hoping for a girl. The bottom line is this. When I took the initiative to learn all I could about fertility, and when I talked to others who knew the secrets to getting pregnant fast, that's when my entire life changed. That was the moment when I took control of the direction my life would go in. that of becoming a mother, even though I had only 1 month to try. I could easily have thrown my hands in the air and figured I'd never get pregnant with just 1 month to try, but I wanted that baby so badly that I was bound and determined to learn all I could so that I could have a child. I'm now a mother of 5 wonderful children, and though it was hard for my husband to make the decision to try for the first one, once she was born, he fell in love with her and decided he wanted more. So what are the 2 biggest mistakes most couples make which keep them from conceiving quickly? One of these mistakes is not getting your baby-making sex techniques just right. Not using positions that can help the sperm reach the egg faster, not knowing how to keep sperm from spilling out once you're done, not using the right lubrication, and much more. But the biggest mistake most couples make is not having sex at strategic times during their cycle in order for conception to occur. If you think about it, there's only a 12 to 24-hour time frame during the month when the egg is able to be fertilized, because eggs only live for less than a day. After that, they die. But does this mean that you only have 1 day a month when having sex will result in pregnancy? Well, not exactly. There is a window of opportunity for you to be having your baby-making sex, and that window is before you ovulate. Think of it this way. Sperm can survive for 3 to 5 days in your body during a certain time of the month, but during other times, sperm can't survive more than a few hours in your body. Knowing exactly when the sperm can survive longest is one of the secret keys to becoming pregnant, because if you make love during that time, you'll have a better chance of live sperm waiting to fertilize the egg when you ovulate. So what I'd like to teach you is a method of determining exactly when ovulation occurs, before it happens, so that you can time your baby-making sex accurately. This is a method that I have personally used for 25 years to both avoid and achieve pregnancy. During the first 7 years of my marriage, you'll remember that my husband wasn't ready to start a family, so we used this method to determine when I was fertile so that we could avoid sex during that time of the month, and then we were able to use the same method to achieve pregnancy the first month we tried. This method also helped me to space my children at intervals that worked best for my husband without taking synthetic hormones like the pill. I have a history of breast cancer in my family. My mother died of breast cancer when she was only 48, so I chose not to take hormonal birth control because of the potential increased risk of developing breast cancer. Knowing how to read my body's fertility signs allowed me to naturally avoid and achieve pregnancy over the past 25 years, and it's been 100% effective. Now I'm going to teach you how to watch your body's personal signs so you'll know when to have baby-making sex in order to get pregnant quickly like I did. Yes, your body will tell you when you're fertile, and all you have to do is to know how to read your body in order to increase your chances of getting pregnant. Having sex at just the right time can greatly increase your likelihood of getting pregnant. If you use the method I'll share with you shortly, you'll be able to recognize the time when you need to start your lovemaking, the day you ovulate, and the time of month when you can no longer get pregnant. All of this will give you the ability to perfectly time your baby-making sex. And if your cycles are irregular, like many women who contact me, this truly is the absolute best and possibly only chance you'll have of catching your ovulation when it happens. You could go months without ovulating or having a period, but when your body decides to ovulate, you'll be able to time your baby-making sex perfectly in order to catch your ovulation that month. What I'm about to do is I'm going to teach you all of the things I've learned, all of the baby-making sex tips and techniques I've used to get pregnant with all 5 of my children. You see, I've taken all of the most important information on how to get pregnant fast and put it into what I call the Pregnancy Keys program, and I'd like to share how it all came about. Over the last few years, as I've taught women how to overcome their pregnancy challenges, I've received hundreds and hundreds of questions and comments on my blog, in emails, and through surveys from women who have viewed my training videos, and I'd like to share just a few of those comments with you here. In the Pregnancy Keys program, I take you by the hand and teach you everything you need to know in order to considerably increase your probability of getting pregnant this month. Once you learn the tips and techniques I'll be teaching you, you'll be able to know exactly when you should have baby-making sex and what you should be doing during those love-making sessions in order to increase your chances of getting pregnant significantly. Now, I know that time is of the essence when you're looking for information to help you get pregnant faster. In fact, you could be in the first half of your cycle now and in dire need of my help, just like Nicolette. Nicolette found my website just a few days before she ovulated. What she learned in those few days gave her the keys to unlock her power to get pregnant. 2 weeks later, she posted on my blog, and this is what she wrote. Kirsten, I want to tell you that after watching the video and reading up on everything on your page, it has worked wonders for us. After just 1 month of trying, I'm pregnant. I can't seem to thank you enough for all the information that has helped us. I have made sure to recommend everyone to your site and will continue to. Thank you again, Nicolette. When you understand the true keys to getting pregnant faster, it's almost like flipping a switch in your head that brings everything into a brand new perspective for you. And you know what? When you can finally read your body's fertility signs and time your lovemaking perfectly, you'll be able to unlock the secrets to getting pregnant faster and creating the life you want. Imagine for a moment the feelings you would have if you had a baby of your own to kiss and cuddle. A really good feeling about yourself, your loved ones, your more abundant, happier life because you've unleashed your power to get pregnant. Imagine that you have a deep sense of control over your ability to get pregnant, a personal knowledge that you've finally unlocked the secrets to getting pregnant faster and that the life you dream of with a baby of your own is possible. It really feels good to have the ability to know when you're going to be ovulating and to know what to do in order to get pregnant, and I'm about to show you the keys you need to unlock the secrets to conceiving your baby. One of my greatest passions is to help you achieve the baby you dream of, and it all begins today when you click on the button below. Join me on one of the most miraculous journeys of your life, that of becoming a mother.